and welcome back to the channel. Hi everybody, hello YouTube family, welcome back to another video. My name is Jada Brown Thompson.
And I am Jerome Thompson.
And today we are going to talk about the dirty contractors.
Contractors.
Yeah, C-O-N. Contractors in both yard and abroad, guys, because many of y'all many of you guys know that working with contractors, whether in Jamaica or in America or wherever you may be watching this video from, can be very difficult. And a lot of you guys are building homes in Jamaica, and you have commented on our videos and said the contractors, man, like, these people are just
especially
terrible.
And especially when you're living overseas, you know, you're not there on a day-to-day basis. You have to like keep running them down for like pictures, videos, you know,
to do the work.
Right.
Yes,
so,
some of them don't even, they tell you they'll be there and they don't show up, and it's just a mess. So today we want to talk about some of these contractors, and we're going to break it up into our experiences both in Jamaica and in America. As you guys know, we are building a home in Manchester, Jamaica, a 7-bedroom home, 3 bedrooms on the bottom, 4 on the top, and then we are building our real estate portfolio in America to help us be able to earn an income and relocate to Jamaica. So you want to start with Jamaica?
All right, so Donga Yard now. When they come on to Donga Yard, a real headache. You know, real headache. I remember like, so when I came back from Jamaica, about a week or two after, I was literally stressed out. Like every day or every week, the contractor said they were going to the property, to do some work. Every week, every day is a different story. So I was like literally stressed out at like when I come home from work, and like Jada would be like, don't give me the silent treatment, and I'm like, babes, hon, I am really stressed out, because it's like I want to get things going and get things moving, but it's like every time I have to be like on the phone calling these people to arrange people to, you know, to get materials, to get everything, until like one day Jada said to me, you know, I'm gonna look around to see if I find somebody else, and I'm like, I don't really want to do that, but at the same time I really want to. I was like, you know, I'm iffy about it. So
yeah, and it can be very disheartening too, because it's like, you know, this is your dream home. It's not like just some random investment property. This is your dream home. And like for Jerome, this is his home. Jamaica is his home. So you want to build your house.
This is your home too.
True. But you know, it's an emotional journey. So it's like you want to be able to build your house.
Yeah, because this is something that you envision. Right?
Yeah. Your life's, you know, goal and dream. So it's like when you're getting the runaround for some of these contractors, you know, it hurts, because it's not like you don't have the money, and maybe at this time you have a little money that you want to put towards your house before you spend it, and you can't get people to work at the house. So that was a really big thing. And like what Jerome was saying, you know, trying to assemble a team of workers can be hard, because you have people from north, south, east, and west, and you're trying to pull everyone together, and maybe this person has a job and they don't want to tell you, oh, you know, I have a job, because they want to hold on to your work.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, like they will like have different jobs like during the week, and they want to come on the weekend, and I'm like, okay, I will try to be flexible and work around their schedule as well, just to be fair. And
it's no problem to work with their schedule, but they have to let us know, because if you say, yes, boss, I could come Monday, and then Monday comes, you call them and they say, oh, you know, say blah, 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 blah. So then they tell you, okay, I'll come Wednesday. Wednesday comes, and it's like, you have other people who are dropping material, maybe bringing water, bringing cement, and because you're listening to what this person said, that they'll come Monday, now you're wasting money, time, and resources because of the
fulfill promises. Yeah, so like a lot of persons, like, you know, like they will come and they don't show up, you know what I mean? So it was a little bit, you know, hard for us after we came back here. And but Jada went out and sourced a new contractor. Give them this backstory.
All right, so the thing is, our original contractor was great, don't get me wrong, but sometimes, as we said, if you're coming from a different location, like we are in Manchester and we had people coming from Old Harbor, Spanish Town, because, you know, in Jamaica, it's really a who you know type of aspect. So we're trying to have people that we know and can trust to come, and because of the scheduling conflicts, you know, it was too difficult to get the work done. So we were spending a lot of money trying to pull and assemble a team. So when we came back from Jamaica, you know, we decided that it's best to try to get someone that we really don't know, because therefore we can hold them to a higher standard versus somebody that we know. So again, Jerome was kind of iffy at first, but you know, we decided it's best to just find somebody local. And so what I did was I just started texting everybody and calling people that I know who are from Manchester, and I started calling people that I know from Florida.
And hold on, I am from Jamaica, she's from America, and can you believe me, guys, this lady right here find a lot of contractors in Jamaica, and I am the one from Jamaica.
From Manchester?
From
yeah, so what I did is, you guys know that I'm from Florida. So there's a lot of Jamaicans in South Florida. I'm from West Palm Beach to be exact. And so I just started texting everybody that I know, calling them and calling people that I know in Florida who work in the trades. So one of my friends named Pom Pom, shout out to Pom Pom, Patrick, he is a general contractor in Florida, but he used to be a laborer in Jamaica. So he said, okay, I know a few people, and I want to make sure that I hook you up with a person that I know is not going to run off with your money and is going to be a reliable contractor. So he made a few calls and he sent me back a number of a contractor, and that's when Jerome ended up talking to that contractor.
Yeah, so I ended up talking to the contractor. I sent him, like, I gave him a good full direction of how to find the property, and like he said he was going, like, say for instance, he said he was going there like Tuesday. I didn't heard back from him like the whole Tuesday, and then like I was like talking to him, and then he just ghosted me a little bit. And then he came back and gave me a call in the night and said, I went to the property and he did the measurement and everything. And he said he was gonna give me a quote. So when I received the quote, I was like, wow, this quote. And I'm like, okay,
expensive.
It is expensive.
When we got the quote, Jerome was like, no.
It's too expensive.
It's too expensive. And this was solely to finish the basement. As I explained to you guys, we wanted to just finish the basement because we're like, okay, let's make the basement livable so we can move into it. And then once we're in the house, you know, being on site to build a house is a lot different from getting WhatsApp calls and building a house.
Videos. So yeah, so he went there and I'm like, all right, okay. Then afterwards, I try to, like, you know, keep holding on to my original guys, and I'm like, I'm gonna have them build it because that coat is too expensive.
Wait, no, what we decided was to make that man run out the blocks.
Right.
Yes, because his block pricing wasn't bad. I think in total it was what, 100,000 or something like that to run out, because we needed the water tank, 8-inch blocks, and then we also needed to finish the structure.
Right, that's a 6-inch block. Right. So he charged us, I think, $20,000 per 100.
Yes, for the 8-inch
for
blocks,
the 8-inch
and then
block,
16,500
for the 6-inch blocks.
Right, and in total it was what, 600 blocks?
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember the number at the top of my head, but I can tell you guys, like, these guys, this team that we have in place right now, I can tell you, these guys.
Wait, we have to finish the story. because we need to let them know how it went.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right, so we said we were gonna have him run the blocks and make the other team do the columns, belting, and lintel. Now it's an important caveat that we need to say. So the original guys, they were getting paid days pay, right? And so what we realized is that we think that we're saving because we're paying them by the day, but really and truly we're spending more because they keep going and they're not really completing the task in total, and it's just an ongoing day's pay. And that's when Jerome's uncle, who is a master contractor and unfortunately is retired now, told Jerome the best thing to do is a contract. So
so he literally told me like the best thing to do is to give them a contract where, like, you know how a contract works is it works like you tell them you're gonna price the job, I tell them how much to do it, and then if you agree with the price, then that's the price. But if it's like a day-to-day, it's just gonna keep rocking up the cost and everything.
Right, because no matter what I found interesting in Jamaica is even if it rains, even if they can't lay one block, you still have to pay them for the day. From they leave their house, you have to pay them.
You have to pay them, yeah.
So we think it's cheaper because the amount sounds low,
right?
But it really racks up. So originally the plan was for this guy, the contractor that I found, for him to do the blocks and then for the other guys to do everything else. But then when I went to the original team and I said, all right team, tell me how much it would be for the belting, for the lintel, they were saying, no, we don't want to do it that way. We only want to do the day's pay. So then Jerome went back to the guy, the contractor that I found, and said, all right, can you lay the blocks? And they, just do the block. How did you say it again?
So I told him, like, you just run out the blocks, and then it's like a trial and error. So we were just trying to see if he was like a good person and to us, and then like in the end, I don't want to fast track, but the day that he went there to do some work, it was literally amazing. Like he told us like he ran out like 300 blocks in one day, and I'm like, wow.
And the thing is, so there was a misunderstanding at first because he thought that Jerome was telling him that he wanted him to be a laborer and to come and just lay blocks. But because so Jerome said, I'm not working with him, and the guy thought that he lost the contract because he thought that Jerome was saying come be a laborer. So when Jerome said I'm done with him, I said, you know what, I'm gonna go behind Jerome's back and I'm gonna call this man myself. And really and truly, I never wanted him to hear the American accent, because you guys know sometimes the prices can really go up when they feel like, you're not from there, you don't know. But
sometimes it's just good to just pay the price.
Yeah, and so I say, you know what, let me just call him, and I use Boss Revolution, and I just call him straight, and I reason with him because I'm like, I really want this house to build, and I feel like this might be our best option. So I called him, and he said that he thought Jerome was saying to be a laborer, and because he has his own team of people and he is the head contractor, he couldn't work with that.
Right.
And when I realized, like Jerome said, they came out and they laid 300 blocks in one day. We have from the time we have been building this house for the last 3 years. Long enough.
Yeah, long enough. Don't remember.
This is the first time I've ever seen somebody come and run out that many blocks to the point where the house really looked like a house.
Yeah, definitely. Because at that time, the house wasn't really looking like a house before. You didn't see the windows, you didn't see the door jamb, and I'm telling you, like, over the years I'm working with the original guys, and they were like, so every time like they send a video, I was like, the house is really getting somewhere. But but now that we switch the contractors out, and I'm like, we really wasn't getting a deal, you know. We wasn't really getting a deal. So
because you think it's cheap because it's just by the day, but it's really more expensive.
It is more expensive.
Yes, and one thing that Drum's uncle said about the contract, really and truly, that is the best thing, because all right. So the way that I'm used to contracts working here is that you agree on the price, and then it's split up into milestones. So most of the time they want a deposit to get the materials or to get started. The halfway point, they want the next payment, and then when they're done, they want the final payment.
Yeah.
In Jamaica, it's not like that from my understanding. With this contractor, we didn't give him $1 green until he was done with the predefined scope.
We just provided all the materials to be on site, and once he was done, and trust me guys, this guy, I've never met him, I've never seen him, I
don't even know
what he looks like. And like he told me, like, I paid him, right? We worked out how much money he was supposed to get, and I paid him in full, and he didn't complete some part of the work, maybe like fill in the black pockets and something like that, on the day when I paid him. And he said he was going back to the property to finish whatever he has started, and trust me guys, he really fulfilled the promise.
Yeah.
So he didn't run off or anything, and I didn't. And most of the what I'm really surprised too, that we were both surprised, we literally didn't have to call this guy.
Not one time.
No.
He texted, he sent videos, he sent pictures, he sent explanation videos, to the point where you guys are going to see that I have a video uploaded. By the time this comes out, you probably already seen it, where it's just him talking. And I want to say too, there is a difference between skilled tradesmen versus unskilled. And one thing that's important to know, so with this contractor, he went to Hart. Everybody knows what Hart is, right? And he went there to learn his craft of being a mason, right? And so I realized that he took his business very seriously, and that there are certain technical aspects of building that I would ask him about, and he was able to explain it thoroughly to the point where it made sense. Like, even one thing was like, for the water tank, because water is there, you have to use thin set to, what is it, to cast it or whatever?
Yeah, just so that it won't leak. You know? So he has like a solution to every problem that we ask him, you know, and he always run it by the numbers. Always by the numbers.
And the thing is, some of the other things that we didn't even think about, or even we didn't have to tell him, for instance, there's no plan for the basement, because you know, that came in at another time. As I told you guys, we didn't plan for the basement. So he had to come in and be able to look at the basement and understand the layout that the original contractors did without the plan. And he was able to tell us exactly where everything should go, where this door to go into the next room, build out a window in the kitchen. None of this stuff was on a plan.
Nope.
Yeah.
So he literally like surprised us, and Jada, if I've never told you before, I want to really thank you for, like, you know, making this happen. Even when I was like upset, because it was coming from a place of frustration. Like, I was like, Jada, no, I don't want him to, you know, because it was so expensive. So I was like, you know, I was feeling relieved at the time. You know, even though I don't know this person, I don't know what he looks like up to this day. I don't know what he looks like. Like he just, because even the other day I was telling him, I need you to go and finish the lintel and the belting, and he was like, oh, I thought you find somebody else. I was like, no, I'll tell you from the get-go. I already told you that you won the contract. So it's just for me to know, say to the other contractor that, you know, just to give him the plan so he can actually look at it. Even though he has a soft copy of the plan, which I provided him with via WhatsApp. But like, this guy, trust me, he
and the thing is, sometimes with these contractors, I realize you pay for what you get, And sometimes they are expensive, and that's because they can back it up with the experience, knowledge, expertise, and the reliability.
Right.
So that's the biggest thing. So where we are now with the building, if you guys haven't seen the building, our Dream Home Jamaica series, check that out so you can see in depth where we are on site.
Right.
But where we are now is that all the blocks for the basement have been run out. It is looking like a real house. Jerome's brother, who is like an all-around general handyman, he did the columns. So the columns have been completed.
Yeah, the columns have been completed. Just a few days ago, he went and the boxings from the column as well.
Oh, did you take any pictures?
No, he didn't send any pictures. Okay. But like he called me Sunday when I was, doing some other work, and he told me he was going there to remove the boxings. So I like, okay, cool.
And then we need to do the lintel, the belting, and then start saving for the decking. And we have another video that will come out after this one talking about all of the projects that we have going on. So make sure to subscribe so you can see that video, because we're not going to talk about that right here. But now what we're going to talk about, wait, are we done with Jamaica?
I think so.
All right. So basically, one thing that I just want to reiterate about Jamaica is just trying to find, if you're overseas, try to find a reliable contractor that has their contractor rate sheet. They have a business that is real, right? They take their profession very seriously, because you do have tradesmen and workmen who just do something just to get paid so they can go out and buy rum on Friday. No, you want somebody who is a professional.
How the rum do it?
You want someone who is professional, because if you're on site and you can go grab a workman and they just come and do the work and you're there to oversee it, that's fine. I love working with unskilled labor sometimes, and I'm going to talk about that when we talk about America. But if you're overseas and you're sending your money, you want to have somebody that is going to be your fiduciary and ensure that, they have milestones, that they have contracts, so that if anything goes wrong, you're able to say, you know what, that wasn't in our contract, I have to let you go. You know what I mean? You don't want to have somebody that's just doing it for a day and they say, oh, this person is in
just
America.
Because they want to get paid.
Yeah, they're in America and I'm just going to hold on and sit down on the work. No, you don't want that. So.
And also, if you're building from overseas, two things I would say for you to consider is have a contract in place.
Yeah.
Always do a contract in place. It don't matter like who you're working with, always have a contract in place. And also always do your due diligence. Let them send you like pictures of their work, like actively working on it, not like they just go somewhere around the country and taking pictures and videos, send it to you, said, oh, they did that. Let them ask them for a picture or a video with them in that photo before you actually set up that agreement in place.
Yeah, and references too. Like even with this person, I was able to get his information from a friend of mine who vouched really highly of him and said I worked with him several times, and that was enough of a reference check for me to say, you know what, all right. You don't want to just say, okay cousin, okay uncle, come, and then you're upset because they've ruined your house. So with that, let's transition into America now. So, same thing. Same thing. So, as you guys know, we are building our portfolio here to fund our life in Jamaica. And right now, we have some ongoing projects that are going on. But this is just going to be a general consensus about contractors. So, I want to talk about handymen right now. So, as I've already said, I like to work with handymen because a lot of handymen are really skilled at a variety of different things. Plumbing, electrical, carpentry. They can do a little bit of everything. And when you find a good handyman, it's good because a lot of the time their costs are lower. But a lot of them are so unreliable.
Yep, unreliable.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they are really, really unreliable. Like sometimes, like, you know, Jada trying to reach out to this guy, and I'm like, all right. So, quick backstory: Jada went to one of our property about a month ago, right? And like, she said I was on the phone with Jada, and then he was like, I'm coming Saturday and Sunday to work with you, or Friday and Saturday to come and work with her.
Right.
She was
mind you, we had already met Thursday, and I had seen, because remember, I'm not living in Michigan, we're in the DMV, so he's sending me pictures of the work that he's done, and when I get there, I'm like, this is not all the way completed, this is 80% done. Right. So he comes on Thursday, he's doing the work, and I'm working him. Jerome said, I'm a slave master because I've already given you the money, so you're gonna fix it, John Curl. So I'm working him, and I'm like, okay. So like Jerome said, he's on the phone, and he says, all right, I'm gonna come Friday and Saturday. Do you guys think he came? No, he did not come. And I'm calling him, I'm texting him, and I'm saying, hey, are you coming? I'm here, I'm waiting. To the point where I just got fed up and I started doing the work myself. I started painting and laying the laminate vinyl planks on the floor because I'm waiting on this guy and he doesn't show up.
Yeah, and I'm like, I tried to call him like on various occasions as well. Did he answer?
No.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. And see, the thing is, like, sometimes I know he doesn't like to talk to me because I chat too much. Everybody knows that. You guys tell me that all the time. I know I chat too much. So he doesn't like to talk to me, but he will call Jerome, which is fine with me. I don't care. But at the same time, it's like, if you're doing business, like some of these contractors, the way they work is like when they need money, they're there and they want to do the work. But if they're fine or they have other work, they'll just ghost you. And the thing is, it's not just this particular contractor, because really and truly, he's probably the best that we have found, because we've tried many others, and either the very expensive contractors are reliable, because if you're gonna get $20,000 to do a job, I think you will show up.
Yeah.
Versus if I pay one guy $2,000. So the expensive contractors are reliable, but we've tried several contractors with references, everything, background checks, and it's just some of them are just not reliable. They know they have multiple jobs going on,
but they're not gonna say it to you
because they want to hold on.
Because they want to hold on to your job so that, you know, in the event that they might finish the other job early, they can, you know, come back on your side. So, but it's fine. It's fine.
We don't care.
Everybody, you know, have to, you know, be hustling. But at the same time, you know, communication is always key.
Yeah.
You can say, hey, I'm working on another job site, and you can say, you know, I won't be able to make it to your property until you know, give it
next week,
time frame,
a month. Right. Just let us know.
Just let us know, because we are also busy as well, and it's not like every day we want to be like working on these properties. Sometimes we do, like, you know, do need breaks as well. Yeah. You know.
And so this contractor has been the best that we found so far, because his prices are very reasonable, trust me, and he does really good work. But it's just like we have to deal with his mood swings depending on if he wants to work or not. So that's been very difficult. But one thing that I've learned is that don't give them the money, because I've always been the type of person, I was raised like this by my mom, because all the men in my family are contractors, electrical, seal coating, asphalt, I mean, you name it, plumbing. So I was always raised that if a person, a small business owner, is doing the work, you pay them. But see, I just got a little too overzealous, because if they tell me they're done, I pay them like that, because I don't want to hold on to it, especially I know you have a family, whatever. So I always pay them. And what I realize now is that, all right, I'll give you the deposit to start, and I will pay you after everything is complete. Yesterday we got a picture of the tile because we hired him to do the tile, but he was supposed to also put in the access panel for the bathroom. And because he sent the tile, so I was ready to pay him, and I said, you want me to Cash App or Zelle you? But then I texted Jerome and I said, should I wait to pay him until I see the access panel? And Jerome said yes. So I texted him back and I said, okay, Cash App or Zelle, and do you have a picture of the access panel? So then he said, oh, I'm gonna take a picture, but I'll send it to you when I go there. I'm on my way now. Now, I don't know if he's coming from Alaska or what, because now he still hasn't reached to send me the picture of the access panel. So I am holding on to his final disbursement until I see that he has put in the access panel, caulked around the tub, and is done. And if obviously he doesn't want the money because he hasn't called me either. So my suggestion to all of you guys is to ensure that you have milestones for these contractors, to ensure that you're getting your fair amount of work and that they're protected as well.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you don't want to be like, they did the work and you're not paying them. I think everybody deserves to be paid once you do the work. Yes. But at the same time, just communicate. Yeah. And
then the thing is, guys, I just was in a lawsuit the other day. That's how I can tell you how I'm sick of these contractors, to the point where I had to sue one. Yes, I had to sue his ASS and I won. And the thing is, same thing. This contractor, I didn't do my due diligence when I hired this contractor, because I got his number from word of mouth from somebody else, and that person ended up ultimately having to sue him as well. So, and won. So this contractor was, what do you call it? Ginal? Okay, Ginal?
Jenna?
Yeah, like he's Gino.
Oh, yeah.
Is this guy Jamaican? All right, so this contractor, he was just very untrustworthy, because he seemed to be very nice, like always, hey, Miss J, hey, Mr. J, what's up, hey, just very nice. And I'm like, okay, cool, we have a good rapport going. If I call him at 11:30 p.m. and say, hey, I think something's going on, because remember, I'm talking about projects that are in Michigan.
Real old Ginal. Yeah. That's what Jada is saying.
Yes, Ginal. Yeah. If you call him at 11:30 and say, hey, I'm seeing something on the camera, because this is active renovation, and we have a lot of material in these homes. I said, oh, I'm seeing something going on there. He said, oh, Miss J, I'm on my way there right now. I'll be there. And he always goes and he's there. But the thing is, like, he should just be security watchdog, because to actually get him to do the work is a whole different ball game. So he, like, even when we hired this contractor, he was the one I'm saying has mood swings. He was so upset because he's like, oh, we're about to kick away his foot. So the other contractor said, every time he sees this man, he's in slippers. He's never seen him in work boots yet.
Never, not once.
Not once. I think I've seen him in work boots one time.
Only one time.
So yeah. I'm paying him to do certain jobs and he's only halfway completing it. And then the thing is, like, he would say, okay, I'm going to do it by this date. And when that date comes, mind you, he's already been paid. When the date comes,
no work to show from it. So, it's just doing a lot of, like, trying to organize people, a lot of scheduling, and I want to shout out Jada for always, like, I can tell you, I am at work every day, and Jada will be here, like, trying to organize a whole team, and like sometimes when it's kind of like get too hard on her, I will have to step in, and I'm like, this is, even sometimes she try to be sympathetic with other contractors, and I'm like, she would be like, I want to let them go, and I'm like, no, just hold on a little bit. But you see, from the moment you let me can't sleep, that's where I'm
That's what you have to do. Yeah, and so it's gotten to the point now with these contractors when we have set up systems, because when you're just starting out, you don't really know what you're doing, right? But we have experience under our belt now, and we've had to do certain things like, all right, We need progress updates. Like I just said with the tile. Okay, you finished the tile, but what about the little small ancillary pieces? Did you do the caulking? Did you put on the black trim? What about the access panel? You know, so now we're doing these progress updates so that you're not getting paid until you actually complete the 100% complete, because you don't have anything for them to come back to once you paid them. Like they're done with it and they moved on.
Yeah, just always keep in mind to hold on to something until you see everything is done. Once everything is done, you just pay them. But once, if you paid them before all the work is completed, they probably, it's not a guarantee that they will fix whatever that was outlined in the conversation or contract that you guys may set out to have with these people.
And this is much different if you live near where you're building. Like if you live in Jamaica and you're building in Jamaica, you can be on site all day, every day. If you live in Maryland and you're building in Maryland, or you're renovating, same thing. But for us, we are doing long distance renovation right now, so it makes a big difference as to the progress updates that we receive. So that's one thing. And another thing that we have done now is that we are buying the material. So one renovation we did in Baltimore, we let the contractor get the material, and there was a huge markup on that material because of course they're transporting it, they're sourcing it, they want to make money from it. But now what we do is pay for labor only, and we get the material. So we're able to control our cost in that aspect and look for bargains. Like we go on Facebook Marketplace a lot. There are some cheaper warehouses that are in Detroit that we go to, and other places in Michigan where we go and we get these prices. We also have a Home Depot Pro account where you can get bulk pricing discounts, and you can get discounts on paint and coupons and things like that. So we're able to accumulate those rewards that we wouldn't have if we left it up to the contractor to get the materials.
And if anybody from Jamaica watching this and you know where we can find some really good deals, just any good deals on any, like materials or anything like that, just put it in the comments.
We're looking right
really
now.
Appreciate it.
Yes, we would really appreciate it. And we're looking right now for windows. We're looking for doors. We're looking for grills. No, we're gonna have your brother do that.
Yeah.
But we're looking for windows, doors, tiling, everything for a house.
Everything for everything.
Backs, tile. Somebody said to try China, and I'm gonna look a little bit deeper into that because they said if you're gonna be doing like a whole house, it might make sense to get a container, but that's for next time. Yes. And then lastly, the last thing I want to say is we've also started to learn how to do some of the work ourselves. Yeah. And this same Moody contractor told us the way that he learned how to do all this stuff is because he had a house where the contractors were unreliable, so he started to learn how to do the work. And now you come and do the same thing to us. But anyway, we've started using TikTok University, YouTube University, to learn how to do some of the work. You guys will see a video of me painting LVP. Jerome is doing a fence. Yeah. Changing light fixtures. Right now, guys, I'm getting ready to learn how to do drywall right now because I cannot find people to accurately do the work when they say they're going to do it, and I can't have the drywall sitting on the porch. So anyway, Jerome is yawning, so that means we need to end this video. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. If you learned anything from this video, is that these these contractors, you have to really hold them to a certain standard and make sure that you protect yourself via contracts, deadlines, milestones, and payment agreements.
And a trick to it is if you don't want to get con, just put in agreement.
And sue them. Don't be afraid to sue them if you have to in small claims court. I did, and I won. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. We will see you guys in our next video. Make sure to subscribe to wherever you're watching this right now, whether my page or Jerome. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in our next video.
Bye.
Thank you for watching. Make sure to watch our Building Our Dream Home in Jamaica series.